Hello, I'm Catherine Cloyd, President of Oxford Borough Council. Here's a snapshot of what we've been doing in 2023 and a look forward to 2024. We've now completed our first ever comprehensive plan. The plan will provide the borough with long-range guidance regarding topics such as land use, economic development, transportation, and resource protection. Funding was provided by the borough and through a grant from the Chester County Vision Partnership Program. Development of the comprehensive plan was led by a task force consisting of members of Borough Council, the Chester County Planning Commission, the Borough Planning Commission, local business owners, and residents. The comp plan defines a vision for Oxford's future and provides a series of actions to achieve that vision over the next 10 years. The plan will help guide how the borough's elected officials and staff prioritize the allocation of time and tax dollars. Working with Keystone Municipal Solutions and with a grant from the Strategic Management Planning Program, the borough also recently completed a financial assessment and financial trend analysis. The resulting report provides a realistic baseline of Oxford's historical and current financial conditions. The process provided an extensive review of the borough's financial records, audits, and any available debt-related documents to gain an understanding of the borough's current fiscal condition. The analysis also provides a projection of Oxford's financial condition over the next 5 years based on current trends and expectations. The baseline 5-year perspective will offer insights into any difficulties facing the borough and whether they may be overcome with available local resources or if more corrective action may be required. The plan details possible action steps that will help the borough achieve its long-term goals. Working with consultants from the McMahon Company and with the help of a grant through PennDOT's WalkWorks program, the borough also recently completed its first Active Transportation Plan, or ATP. Active transportation basically means any human-powered way of getting around. Through developing an ATP, the borough will have a structured, facilitated means to identify and discuss the needs of the Oxford community and gaps in connectivity. Projects and policies were identified that will improve our infrastructure and active transportation. The plan also identified where public transportation services are needed most and how we can work with our regional partners to improve access to public and shared transportation services. You can view all of these borough plans on our website under Government, Borough Planning. A side benefit of the Active Transportation Plan development was the opportunity to install an experimental pop-up or expo project this summer. The project, located on Broad Street near the intersection of Broad and 3rd, was a collaboration between the borough, the Oxford Arts Alliance, and OMI, and was funded in part by a grant from the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, which provided assistance throughout the project. A brightly colored mural was painted on the road to alert motorists of pedestrian activity when turning from 3rd Street onto Broad Street. The opening of the mural took place at the Sounds of Summer First Friday event. This pilot program aimed to showcase traffic calming features as a step towards creating a safer pedestrian network in Oxford Borough. Reflective delineators were added at the Broad and 3rd crosswalk. The purpose of the delineators was to tighten the turning radius to slow down turning cars, providing increased safety and comfort to crossing pedestrians. 3 crosswalks were also repainted, and an additional crosswalk was added that crosses Broad at Nyblock to assist those crossing from the parking lots on either side. Before installation of the project, 3.71% of motorists traveled over the posted speed limit of 25 miles per hour, but after installation, that number was halved to 1.95%. This outcome demonstrates that traffic calming measures can reduce vehicle speeds, which creates safer conditions for all modes of transportation. The borough's Code of Ordinances, or codes, are the local laws that provide the framework for how we live together in our community. The borough's elected officials pass codes to make it easier to implement and support an overall vision for Oxford. The Subdivision and Land Development Ordinance, SALDO, and Zoning Ordinance help us coordinate land uses and infrastructure to manage growth, preserve our natural and historic resources, provide safe multimodal access and circulation, and ensure Oxford remains an affordable community across income levels. Through a $100,000 grant from the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission's Transportation and Community Development Initiative, we're completing a comprehensive update to the borough's saldo and zoning ordinance. The update is scheduled to be complete in June of 2024. The proposed 2024 budgets are available for public review at Borough Hall and on our website at oxfordborough.org under News. Scroll down on the home page to see news items. The budget includes a 1.53 mil tax increase. There are no proposed changes to services, including police services. For more information about factors affecting the 2024 budget, please see the Strategic Management Plan. The borough has a number of active committees and work groups, including those listed here. All of our committees include residents. If you have an interest in joining a committee, please contact me. Residents and other stakeholders are also welcome to attend any of these meetings as a guest. When fire broke out in our downtown, many organizations and individuals jumped in to help immediately. Most importantly, officers Carly-Anna Eller and Scott Richards went into the burning buildings to wake sleeping residents and get them safely out, and firefighters worked tirelessly to put the fires out and protect adjacent buildings. Our borough staff stayed through the night, working in shifts to provide assistance as needed. These efforts were acknowledged with citations at a recent council meeting. Volunteers from near and far helped our displaced residents the night of and for many days following the fire, and all now have a place to live. There's a commitment from all of the property owners to rebuild. The new buildings will be built according to our updated code. The design of the buildings will also be reviewed by our Historical Architectural Review Board, or HARB. Prior to the fire, Oxford Main Street, or OMI, had received a $1.4 million grant to renovate the old theater building. As a result of the fire, the new plan is to use those funds for a new theater building. This year, the borough received a $1 million grant from the Chester County Community Revitalization Program for the redevelopment of Nyblock Alley. This is the alley that runs behind the buildings on the north side of 3rd Street. The purpose of this type of grant is to support development and redevelopment through revitalization efforts in Chester County's urban centers. Property owners backing onto the alley supported the grant application by donating the funds for the required preliminary engineering. The project is expected to cost about $2.4 million, and the borough is awaiting decisions on additional grant funding through PennDOT's Multimodal Fund and the Department of Economic Development's local share account to support the project. The funds will be used to place a water main along the alley, as well as new fire lines to each building, improve parking safety, install a fence along the slope down to the railroad, stabilize the slope, install sidewalk, create green stormwater infrastructure, and repair the Broad Street Bridge and the adjacent retaining wall. The borough has applied for grant funding to complete a Dig Once project on Mount Vernon Street. A new water main will be placed and the road will be paved. As per the borough's pollutant reduction plan, green infrastructure bump outs will be constructed to help control stormwater. The bump outs will also have the effect of slowing traffic on the street. Some funds have been received through Chesapeake Bay Trust's Green Streets, Green Jobs, Green Towns Grant, and DCED's Commonwealth Financing Authority Grant. In 2024, the borough will complete construction of a green infrastructure project on the property of the Community of Love Lutheran Church on 4th Street. This is another project outlined in our pollutant reduction plan. The borough received a Chesco Chesapeake Community Action Plan grant to fund the majority of the project. We're grateful to have the support and the partnership of the Church on this project. The Borough has applied to the H2O program for funding to install advanced water meter infrastructure, or AMI. The new meters would mean it would no longer be necessary for public works staff to go door to door to take readings, saving time and money. The readings would be instantly available to water department staff, and staff would be alerted in case of a sudden spike in a resident's usage, so residents may be contacted to be on the lookout for a leak. AMI would also provide residents with the ability to check their own usage statistics online. Finally, borough staff and council members have consulted with a number of nonprofit organizations to build attainable housing in Oxford, and we're looking for opportunities to partner with one or more of them over the next few years. These will be beautiful, quality, sustainable homes and apartments that can accommodate individuals and families with a variety of income levels, from teachers and other professionals to lower income families and seniors. We created our new housing committee so that council, staff, and residents have a place to discuss the many variables that will necessarily come up before, during, and after the building projects. The committee will also ensure that the public is kept informed about progress of the projects. Contact us if you'd like to join this or any other committee. Thank you for your time. Please contact us if you have any questions.